Hey there, I'm Frank Mitchell. On this channel, it's all about helping you understand your car and keeping it running the way it should. Whether it's routine maintenance or solving those tricky problems, I've got you covered. If you find this useful, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to watch till the end. You might learn something that saves you time and money. All right, let's get started.
Gasoline engines are still the most widespread propulsion systems in new cars globally today. This has been the case for more than a century, although it is true that such an engine of 50 years ago has little to do with one of today. We have selected the modern gasoline engine that seems to us to be the most advantageous in terms of absolute consumption, the best. Simply in terms of power, and one that can be considered the best in terms of the ratio between consumption and power. All of them have at least the DGTC label. For the same power and displacement, gasoline engines consume more than diesel engines, and because they are less thermodynamically efficient. The fuel they use has historically been more expensive than diesel in Spain and Europe, but after the energy crisis in mid-2022, this situation has been reversed, and at the time of updating this article, a liter of gasoline costs less than a liter of diesel. Fuel price evolution in 2022. One of the main reasons for the cost of fuel in Spain is the amount of taxes levied on it. Gasoline engines are generally more elastic, quieter, and simpler than diesel engines, which usually translates into better driving sensations, lower maintenance costs. They even use different lubricating oils, and fewer breakdowns. This generalization does not take into account that the particular tastes of many drivers opt for diesel simply because they see in its way of delivering power a greater ease of use in many everyday driving circumstances. We also have an article on the best diesel engines. Despite the rise of electrification, gasoline engines are still the best option for traditional users and those who drive only a few kilometers per year, because they are the least expensive to buy. The question remains, which car should I buy, gasoline or diesel? The best gasoline engine in terms of fuel consumption. In practice, it is difficult to find out which gasoline engine is the most fuel efficient on the market. For this reason, we have analyzed the technical data sheets and the mixed consumption figures approved according to the WLTP cycle of dozens of utility and compact cars with this type of engine. The conclusion we have reached is that, although the difference with its competitors is relatively small, just a few tenths, the 1.0 TGD gasoline engine manufactured by Hyundai is, in addition to being one of the most efficient, the one with the lowest consumption. In the CarWow configurator, the i20 enjoys an average discount of €3,172. This gasoline engine, 3-cylinder and turbocharged, is installed in models such as the Hyundai i30, the Kia Ceed, or the Hyundai Kona, and homologates a minimum average of 4.6 L/100 km. It has 1.0-liter displacement and develops a maximum of 120 horsepower of power and 170 Nm of torque. The best gasoline engine by power. Unlike the previous case, it is easy to know which is the most powerful gasoline engine in the automotive market, because today there are only a dozen engines in this class with very high performance, and almost all of them belong to exotic luxury brands. The result is that, although there are special engines for very exclusive cars that are no longer available from the factory, for example, the 1,500 horsepower W16 used in the Bugatti Chiron, the V12 engine currently produced by Ferrari is the most powerful. This naturally aspirated 12-cylinder gasoline block is associated with the Ferrari A12 and versions derived from this model. It delivers 800 horsepower of power and 720 Nm of torque, has 6.5 liters of displacement, and a homologated average consumption of 16 dot2 L/100 km, WLTP. The best gasoline engine in terms of fuel consumption/power ratio. This is the most complicated assumption to elucidate in an empirical way, since more variables come into play. For this reason, we have decided to apply the WLTP consumption study method only to those models on the market with more than 200 horsepower. It has been deduced that the 30i gasoline engine manufactured by BMW is the one that best meets this criterion, since it develops 258 horsepower of maximum power and up to 400 Nm of torque, but only consumes 6.4 L/100 km WLTP in the best case. Of course, its cost is high, although luckily if you are interested in acquiring it, and CarWow has an average discount of €6,934. With 4 cylinders, 2 liters and supercharging, can be found in models such as the new BMW 3 Series or BMW 5 Series and BMW X3, although in the latter has 6 horsepower and 50 Nm less, equipped with a version prior to the update of the propellant. In CarWow we help you to buy your new car, electric car, 0 km car, and leasing. In conclusion, choosing the best gasoline engine on the market ultimately depends on your specific needs and preferences. Whether you prioritize power, fuel efficiency, or reliability, there are several outstanding options available. By considering factors such as performance ratings, technology, and user reviews, you can make an informed decision that suits your driving style. Remember to test drive a few models to truly understand how each engine performs. Thank you for watching, and we hope this guide helps you find the perfect gasoline engine for your next vehicle.